Hi everyone, it's Andrea with Enlightening Offerings. I wanted to hop on here real quick today and talk about this amazing book that I just finished. It's called Why Woo Woo Works by Dr. David R. Hamilton. Dr. Hamilton takes this opportunity to go through study after study after study of showing cases from around the world spanning decades as to why and how different woo-woo techniques from Reiki, manifestation, distance healing, and a plethora of other different techniques, how they have worked, and he theorizes as to why they work. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. I think everyone in my circle should read it. I actually listened to it, so I will link the Audible down below. The audio version is narrated by him, and it's kind of yummy because he's Scottish, so it's super fun to listen to. I love when authors narrate well their own works because spirituality kind of has its own language, and he knows the words, he understands the words, and he uses them correctly with the right inflection. It's fascinating. It's very well done. I'm super jazzed about it. I finished it yesterday. I heard of him and his book on this podcast, something about the Wooniverse, and it was so fun. It's a pretty new podcast. I'll link that below also, but he was one of their first guests, and I immediately went and recommended the book to my local library, and they got it for me like the next day or something. Like, this is very much meant to happen. And the checkout time is 21 days or something, and I started listening to it right away, just little snippets. I got the renewal notice that I had about 3 days left to finish it. So I went back to renew it, and I realized I'm number 7 now. So clearly people in my area are also interested in this. I think everyone in my circle should hear it or read it. It's fascinating to me specifically because I have seen this happen in my own practice with energetic healing. Sometimes I can think of 2 people specifically that I've done energy work for, specifically life activations, and a couple of different tarot clients where they just don't really want to believe in this, that they don't really want to believe it's going to work. And so Dr. David Hamilton talks about how in order for these techniques to be most efficient and effective, there needs to be an energetic connection, an emotional connection as best, between the client and the practitioner, or the 2 people in the study, as some of the cases were. And with that energetic and emotional connection, the effectiveness of these techniques just is clearly visible. It's by far more effective, and I have seen it with my clients, with a couple of people that buy into the techniques, that say they want to be there, but I can immediately step into this space and feel that they do not. They do not. And so it's a blockage. And I believe, yes, there is still some effectiveness, but it's so much more when both parties buy into it. And I've had people question, oh, so then it is all in your head, and it is just this, placebo effect. Not necessarily, because if it is you doing your own healing, and I am just facilitating the energy flow, then you buying into it allows that energy to flow. It allows that change to take place for the better. So anyway, all that to say, my college professors were always want to tell me that I'm not very good with conciseness. So I'm going to cut this off before 5 minutes today and just say, read the book, listen to the book. It's amazing. Tell your friends about it that are skeptics or not. Science shows time and time again, studies show time and time again that these woo-woo techniques work. They work well, and Dr. David talks about how if any other scientific area of study were to so consistently show that these techniques that they are looking into work, that they would be accepted and not ridiculed, not avoided by humanity as a whole for the most part. But because they are woo-woo, our primal brain, our self-preservation, these unseen realms, we don't want to accept that they work. And so we discount them. People in the scientific community discount them because they're not. Oh, he uses the example of a runner. You can see the runner, right? But you can't see the energy working until you see the results, in which case they typically discount as chance. Anyway, it's so good. It's so good. Listen to it, read it, let me know what you think.